Hey, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Now Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ready?
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now it's Burrow. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for it.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Gun. Stop. 180.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, trying to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Dmodirttytv on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink, you got to chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying,
oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, fighting his way through contact. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right in there every now and then.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run on first down with Akers. And room there to work it inside the 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Antonio Johnson makes the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Yoshivas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Lawrence to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Lawrence will throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 47 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And they're on the 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Chase, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
They give this up the middle to Brown. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Can, 11, Thomas.
From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
180, 12, 12, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go. 180. 25.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So a good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. This is Brown going up the middle. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Let's go.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Lawrence. And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On 1, ready?
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Shot. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Shot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Again, it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 1, ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun. Shot. Ready.
Here's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
11, 11, 11.
On second and 11 now. Burrow toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is now 13. The touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a good possession game.
First and 10, it's Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This one off in time. It'll be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me,
picked up by Foyesade and the wicket. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. On play action, Lawrence. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Hey, Lion!
Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
13 loose.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up,
but his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
11. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On 2, ready?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Here we go. Stop.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shamar Stewart in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's called. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. They're able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field. It's the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
On 2, ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Again, running right is Akers. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his throw is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
So that one seemed going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Lawrence to throw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence will throw. And this throw incomplete. So the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Oh, he fakes a spike. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I sort of like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Thanks for 44.
Here we go, gotta have it. Lawrence, work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Lawrence. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Jaguars 23.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Hey, can.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
I'm one, ready?
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. An inside give, Brown. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves